watching Numbskull News, and today got a bit of a red freaking alert. Look, the CFP thing. Yormark, he's got it dead wrong. Go listen to Joel Klatt. He's got it 100,000% right. The 511 model is crap. It's just crap. In a perfect world, it would be okay. Here's the big problem. 5 and 11. 5 automatic qualifiers, 11 at large. 16 team model. Here's the big problem. You're leaving it up to the committee. Do you trust the committee, Big 12 fans, or ACC fans? The Big 10 does not. Rightfully so. Now, the Big Ten's contention is if the SEC goes to 9 conference games, they'll probably vote for the 5 and 11. At least that's my understanding. I could be wrong. Let me know. I'm sure you will. But 5 and 11 for the Big 12 sucks. It sucks because it guarantees nothing but one spot. And then you're having to trust a playoff committee that did not even think about BYU last year at 10-2, didn't think about Iowa State at all. Now, I don't blame them for putting in SMU. And if it was a 16-team playoff last year, you could bet your ass it would be Miami above any Big 12 team. It would have been Alabama at 9-3 above any Big 12 team. It probably would have been Ole Miss or South Carolina above any Big 12 team. It would have still just been one team. One team. If y'all are cool with that, okay. But I've already made the videos. I've already showed you how easy this can be. Where you can have play-ins for all 16 spots except when Notre Dame qualifies. All right, they would get an at-large. But how a 4-4, 3-2, 1-2 model is perfect. And that's not even the real model, because I don't mind the 5th team of the Big Ten and the 5th team of the SEC play for the right to have an at-large themselves. But like I said, every spot should be played for. No committee deciding a damn thing. Notre Dame has to have no more than 2 losses, or they don't get in. 9-3, they cannot get in. 10-2, 11-1, 12-0, they're in. And if they don't agree with that, they can kiss off. They can absolutely kiss off. You don't have a conference game. You don't have to play in. You don't have to do any of that. So shut up and collect your check, Notre Dame. Everyone should be all good with that. What the hell is with Brett Yormark saying, well, this is the good of college football, even though it's not the best thing for the Big 12? What? Again, Joel Klatt has that right, because the best thing for college football is to have the strongest possible Big 12 by any means necessary. By any freaking means necessary. If that means more automatic qualifiers for everybody, more automatic qualifiers for everybody. What is this crap about what's best for college football? Who knows anything right now about what's best for college football? Nobody does. Everybody's making moves for money. Is that what's best for college football? Is revenue sharing what's best for college football? Is a player jumping into the portal 3 or 4 times in one season the best for college football? And you're worried about multiple automatic qualifiers not being what's best for college football. Give me a big freaking break right now. Do you think that any of these moves that have been made in the last 4 or 5 years is good for college football. I would argue a lot of them are intriguing to me. I know not to Alabama fans and a lot of big time university fans out there, a lot of blue blood fans out there. You're probably cool with the status quo forever, whatever. But the rest of us, this is some nice change. As a Big 12 fan, I like the fact that Texas and OU are gone. Good. Get out of the damn way. Go screw around with the SEC for the rest of your damn lives. Cool. Now we have a conference that can be fun. That's what I want. I want entertainment. I want fun. I want the ultimate underdog. It's not the G5. It's the Big 12. Because unlike the G5, the Big 12 does make enough money to compete sometimes. We're going to have a team that goes on a run in the playoffs. Think about this year. If Texas Tech can put it all together for one season with all of these freaking portal guys they got, all these amazing freaking athletes, the recruiting they've done, if they could put it together for 1 year, that's a team that can go on a deep run in the CFP. No shit. They got the talent on that level. And once in a while, a Big 12 team can catch fire and get into that CFP and do some damage. It was damn near Arizona State last year. Look. My expectations for the Big 12. I never have inflated expectations. I'm always on a grounded level. Again and again, what did I say about the Big 12? Every couple of years, you got to win a playoff game. Every 4-5 years, you need one team in the Big 12 to take another step and win another game. Go on that proverbial run in the playoffs. That's all you need in the Big 12 to stay relevant in any kind of way. The expectations aren't SEC expectations. They're not Big 10 expectations. We don't have the same expectations that Florida State and Miami have for each other, for themselves. Because the rest of the ACC, there ain't no damn way they got those expectations. They got about the same expectations as we do. Can we get in once in a while and make a run once in a while? That's it, people. That is it. But those chances of that happening with a 5-11 model take a big steaming shit real quick. Why? Because you're counting on people's opinion. And that opinion is going to be informed by an insane level of propaganda thrown out there by ESPN for the SEC. Not to mention the propaganda that's going to be puked at them by Fox, or by NBC, or by CBS. Let's don't act like national reporters give two shits about the Big 12 or about any team in the ACC that's not Florida State, that's not Clemson or not Miami. They don't care about Clemson. They don't care about Georgia Tech. They don't care about Pitt or Virginia Tech or anybody else in the damn thing. They will care a little bit just because of the drama, just because of the name value of Bill Belichick for UNC. But as soon as they can, they will dust their hands off and be done with them too, because they ain't shit when it comes to football. It's not a compelling story. Only Belichick, all right, and his hag, his main hag. She's not really a hag. She's pretty hot. But you know what I'm saying. Because that hoe, because that gash, that's the only reason anyone gives two shits about UNC this year or the next couple of years, however long he stays around, however long he's still sucking breath at an advanced age. I'm sorry. The 5 and 11. Oh, it's what's best for college football. Kiss my ass, Brett Yormark. You weren't hired to do what's best for college football. You were hired to do what's best for the Big 12 in an ever-changing, freaking insane landscape that college football is in. And you've done an extraordinary job. But don't stand around talking like you're Greg Sankey. You are not Greg Sankey. You are not the commissioner of the SEC, or are you Tony Petitti, commissioner of the Big Ten? The guys with all the money and all the stroke. You ain't that. There's a delicate balance here with the Big 12. A tightrope, if you will, that needs to be walked in a certain line so that we can maximize our value. That value is never going to rise to the level of the SEC or rise to the level of the Big Ten. It does not have to be entertaining, to be fun, to draw ratings, and to be successful. You can be successful. You can own a store or a franchise of stores and not be as successful as Walmart. You can have a website that is successful. It may not be Amazon, but it's freaking successful. You're making money. You're doing good. You're paying your bills. You're paying your employees. You're having a good life. You're having a good time. We don't have to be McDonald's. We don't have to be Walmart in order to have a good time and a good reputation and have fans. And have every school make enough money to operate and then some. What in the hell? Take the 2 automatic qualifiers. What you need to be fighting for is to have another play-in game with Big 12 versus ACC for a 3rd spot. That is the 4-4-3-2-1-2 model. That is perfection. That is what is necessary. Good for college football. We didn't hire Brett Yormark to be a sanctimonious bastard. He doesn't need to be that. Stop, please, Yormark. You've been heading in the right direction the whole time. This sucks. And every year, we get one team in. Oh, and that's going to be a lot of years that we get one team in. And it doesn't matter if we're 10-2. One team in. You can have Texas Tech at 10-2, TCU at 10-2, Baylor at 10-2. You can have Colorado at 10-2. You'll have one team in. And every year that happens, that is a Yormark year. That's what he wanted. That's what you're going to be known for. That's what we're all going to point the finger at you over. Oh, nice. We got one team in. Yeah, Brett Yormark here. This is what he wanted. This is best for college football. It's best for college football for the Big Ten and the SEC to dominate freaking everything. What next? Are you just going to buy the slipperiest can of lube you can, shove it down your back, and bend over for Greg Sankey right there in front of everybody? Do you want it that bad, buddy? It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. Do what's best for the Big 12 only. Let everybody else worry about everybody else. And you actually have the Big Ten on your side. That's what's amazing. You got one of the big 2 who sees it your way or sees it my way, sees it most what the big. They want what's best for the Big 12. Why does it Yormark? Son of a bitch. We want to earn our spots. Oh, we'll earn them. Don't worry about that. We earn our spots just as much as the freaking SEC and the Big Ten do. Earn your spot. Don't give me that crap. You think, hold on. NCAA tournament this year, all but 2 SEC teams in that entire conference, save for 2 teams, got in to the NCAA tournament. Did they all earn their spot, Brett? They didn't. How about UNC this year? Did UNC earn their spot this year, Brett? They didn't. Why didn't they? Because it was based off of people's freaking opinion. That's why. There's no earn with a 5-11. You ain't earning shit. You earn what you're given by the opinions of others, not on the field. At least, if you have a 4-4, 2-2, 4-4, whatever the hell, if you can organize this thing to where everything is play-in games, then everybody plays their freaking way in. The regular season matters because that's what's going to decide who gets the right to play in to the CFP. Not based off of opinion, based off a record. What is your wins? What is your losses? I am so sick to death of the freaking opinion. I love the strength of schedule argument. Again, another opinion. This is why the NFL is tearing apart everybody who comes up against them. Everybody. Every year. Biggest ratings. Ginormous freaking ratings. Forget the SEC. Forget the Big Ten. The NFL is a monster of epic proportions. Why is that? Is it based off of strength of schedule? Who gets into the NFL playoff? No, it isn't. You could be one game above 500 as long as you win your conference. You're in. You're in. We've seen sub 500 teams in the playoffs, but they won their conference, so they're in. You play who you gotta play, and you gotta beat them. Doesn't matter how hard your schedule is. Doesn't matter how weak the sumbitch is. If you ain't that good, you will be exposed. How many people in the playoffs this very year did we see get in there and get their damn doors blown off? I mean, right the hell off. Clemson, for the most part, didn't look like they belonged on the field. Tennessee damn sure didn't look like they belonged on the field. For whatever reason, Oregon could not do a damn thing against Ohio State. Say what you want about Ohio State. Oh, they had a bad loss here. They destroyed everybody and won the whole damn thing. Destroyed everybody and won the whole, got hot in the second season, right? That's what it is with the NFL. It's a second season. Don't lose or the season's over. That's the playoff. It's beautiful. So strength of schedule can completely kiss my ass. Everything can kiss my ass. I don't blame at all the SEC for their stance on this shit. I do blame Brett Yormark. You are not in the position of a Greg Sankey. What in the hell are you doing? What in the hell are you doing? You got to do what's best for this conference, and you got to do it now. Not later, not in 2031, not in 2041, not in the year 3100. You got to do it now. Son of a bitch. 5-11. Do some research. Do some thinking. A little logic goes a long way. All you 5-11 people, especially Big 12 people, use what's inside that old cranium, that noggin, a little bit. Damn. Anyway, that's all I got. Be back with some more crap later. Bye.